Chelsea, 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 Chelsea. Green. This is the Retro Kid, Retronic Ice Cat on the Real News Talk channel. You know what the fuck to do. So, Chelsea Green deactivates her Twitter account yet again. This time after harassment over Maga accusation. People accusing her of being a Maga supporter, a Trump supporter. This is nothing new. You see, people will always find things to say about somebody, whether it's true or not. Because there's a lot of NPCs out there that will just go along with the flow and follow whatever people say and believe it and ride with it without coming up with their own critical thinking. And this is what leads to rumors and allegations forming without any sort of proof. And this has been going on for time, especially in the wrestling community. Like, the wrestling community is so toxic that it's hard for one to be themselves. Because when you have a difference of opinion, people will either attack you or just turn against you. Because that's how the IWC is. It's like you almost can't have a mind of your own. You have to be a robot. You have to be an NPC to be accepted or for people to like you. Now, Chelsea Green has stated that she is not a MAGA supporter, well, just because she was repping the American flag, or her character anyway, because we all know that she's Canadian. But that's besides the point. The point is people get things mixed up with facts and fictions. You do know that wrestling is scripted, it's predetermined, it's acting, it's not real. These wrestlers play characters on TV. It doesn't determine who they are in real life. But people just can't separate the real and the fake, the fact and the fiction. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. And now Chelsea Green has deactivated her Twitter account for the second time. Last year, she deactivated her Twitter account because she was receiving death threats for paying tribute to the late Hulk Hogan, despite his history of being racist towards so-called black people. But she paid tribute to him anyway. And they were trying to dictate how Chelsea Green thinks, or how she should think. But because Chelsea Green, she tries to be positive and she tries to see the world in a positive light. But when you're in a world filled with demons and negativity, it's hard. It's really, really hard to remain positive. And I see why she would want to delete her social media. Well, Twitter for the most part, because Twitter is a very toxic place where people just talk shit to each other or about each other all day long. And she doesn't want that shit to be popping up on her phone every second. So I see why she would want to delete her Twitter account. But at the same time, she shouldn't have to delete her Twitter account. Just leave it there. Don't let these haters run you off, because when you do that, they win. They have control over you and your mind. Because that's what they want. They want to see you delete your Twitter account. They want to see you deactivate your whole social media altogether, because these people, they are fake. They are evil. They're all about destruction. When you're successful, they'll do anything to tear you down. Because people, they will cheer for you in the crowd. Some people, they will cheer for you in the crowd. But in the back of their mind, they want to see you fail. They want to see you miserable. They want to see you down in the dumps. Because they don't really like you like that. The only time that they will like you is when you take certain pictures of yourself in a bikini or in your bra and panties. That's the only time that they will glaze over you for the moment. But do they really like you? No, they don't. At the same time, they'll be the same ones that want to see you suffer. They want to make your life hell. They want to make you miserable. And you are allowing these people to get to you by deleting your social media. You shouldn't have to delete your social media. Fuck what these people think. You shouldn't give a fuck what people think about you. Because at the end of the day, people are going to think how they want to think about you. However they want to think about you regardless. Because they are just a piece of shit. They are a piece of shit. And all the hate that they put on you is a reflection of how their life is. Like me personally, if I was in your situation, you think I'm gonna fucking delete my social media for any motherfucker? No way. No way in hell will I delete my social media for any pussy. Gotta be out of your mind. You think I give a fuck whether you like me or not? If you don't like me, fuck you. If you like me, cool. You know? I treat people the way I want to be treated at the end of the day. So, whether you like me or not, I don't give a shit. Because in this world, you just gotta do you. And what makes you happy. And not try and make other people happy, because no matter how much you do, it's never good enough. They will never be satisfied. So stop being a people's pleaser, Chelsea. Stop trying to please people, because these people are full of shit. And you don't owe them anything. You don't owe anybody any fucking thing. Don't allow these people to run you off social media. You deserve to be happy. If you don't want to be on Twitter, just uninstall the app. Simple. And you won't get any notifications. Let them run their mouth. Let them talk. You've got thousands and thousands of followers, or maybe near millions now. People talk shit all day. You think I've got time to be reading bullshit ass comments? Yeah, I might see a few positive comments and like it and whatnot if I were you. But you think I'm going to dwell on the negative comments all day long? Because I know that the negative gets more attention than the positive from these figures. The negative comments seem to get to them the most. I don't know why that is. Instead of you just kicking the negative comments to the curb, you decide to dwell on it for some reason. Like if this was the 80s or the 90s and these wrestlers were looking at negative comments about them, they'll most likely fire back or say something even worse. Because wrestlers back then, they were mentally tougher because they grew up in a different era where you have to be tough because this world is not built for the weak. You have to be strong, especially with everything that's going on in the world right now. There's a lot of evil, demonic things going on in the world. And you cannot be weak in a wicked world. You cannot be, because you'll just be food to these demons. And demons come in all shapes and sizes. Demons don't see color. It doesn't matter if you're white, black, Asian, Latino. It don't fucking matter who you are. Demons don't see color, and demons hop on people. It's not the person you should be mad at. It's the demons inside the person. Because guess what? It doesn't matter whether you delete your social media app or not. Because guess what? Wherever you go, you might come across a demon. That same demon that's tormenting you. And you might end up in a situation where a fan might cuss you out and say some sick shit or what have you to your face, and you ain't gonna like it. You can't run from these things, Chelsea. You gotta be tougher than that. I know it's hard, but you just gotta be tough. You're in the public eye. You chose to be in the public eye. And you cannot let these people run you off. You can't. Because they're gonna keep doing it and doing it and doing it. They're gonna keep fucking with you over and over again. They're not gonna stop. They're not gonna stop. You deleted your Twitter account last year temporarily, but ultimately you reactivated it. So why deactivate it again? It doesn't make sense. Keep your social media up. Keep it up and running. Show these fools that you ain't letting nobody run you off. Like I said before, if you don't want to be receiving notifications from your Twitter app, just delete the app temporarily and you won't receive any notifications. Simple as. And then just reinstall it whenever you're ready. That's the best way to do it. You know? And regardless of what your political views are, that's nobody's business. That's nobody's business at all. So you shouldn't have to explain yourself to people. Because like I said, you don't owe anybody anything. You don't owe them shit. They don't know you from a can of paint other than your character. They don't know the real you. And sometimes it's better to limit what you put out there of yourself personally, because people will always use that against you. Don't be telling everybody everything about you, especially strangers, because you don't know who's who. Because when you tell them certain things, you don't know what they can do with that information. They could misinterpret it and twist it and then spread lies about you, saying that you're this and you're that, you support this, you support that, when it's not true. You got to be careful what you put on social media. Limit yourself. Just post your work stuff on social media. That's it. Then that way you won't have to deal with the headache. Because what you put out there sometimes can trigger these demons to make up stuff about you. And then you end up deleting your social media. So, you know, you just got to be tougher. And not just Chelsea Green. Other modern day wrestlers as well. Because they're just making themselves look weak. You got to be mentally strong. You're in the public eye and you know what comes with it. You're going to have a lot of support and you're going to have a lot of hate. That's how it is. And you can't escape it. And you can get hate anywhere, not just on social media. You even get hate online and in real life. So you just got to learn to deal with it. Unfortunately, that's just life. Because if you want to survive in the business, you got to stay strong. Otherwise, find something else to do. That doesn't require you to be in the spotlight. So yeah, let me get into the article. Chelsea Green shut down a fake Maga claim, and the fallout apparently got ugly enough for her to leave Twitter altogether, which she shouldn't have. Green deactivated her account after getting backlash and harassment for making it clear she is not Maga and identifies as a liberal Democrat. The whole thing started when a hater accused her of being Maga and claims people were only now admitting she was trash. And this is what somebody said. Why did it take finding out Chelsea Green was Maga for nigger, I would assume that the person said, to admit she was trash? Chelsea didn't let that rumor breathe. She fired back by saying fans can criticize her looks or her wrestling all they want, but they are not going to spread lies about her politics. I can handle you saying things about my looks or my talent, but what you won't do is spread lies about my politic views. Since you're so interested in spreading misinformation, here are the facts. I am a Canadian citizen. I can't vote in America. I'm not Maga. I am a liberal Democrat. When I become a citizen, I will vote for a president who believes in equal human rights. You shouldn't be able to listen, Chelsea. You shouldn't have to explain yourself. Don't waste your time with these demons. Don't feed the troll. You're feeding these trolls too much. That answer made her stance pretty clear, but it also brought the usual social media mess with it. Instead of the rumor dying there, Green ended up dealing with enough harassment that she pulled the plug on her Twitter account yet again. This is not the first time Chelsea has had to step away from the platform either. Last year, she deactivated after receiving death threats over comments she made about Hulk Hogan following his passing. And I did a video on that as well. I've tried to keep my page positive and comedic, but today a lot changed, and it hit harder than I expected. The name calling, the death threats, the faceless accounts. Social media was supposed to be a fun place, and it hasn't been for a while. It's been overwhelming, and I need to step away for a little bit. Love my patriots. So Chelsea Green is off Twitter again, and this time it came after a political rumor she flatly denied turned into another wave of online harassment. Fans can boo the character, roast the matches, or throw wrestling opinions at her all day. But Green made it clear she is not going to sit there while people invent political beliefs for her. And somebody said, Chelsea Green has deactivated Twitter over the Maga drama. See, this is why I don't deal with politics. I don't deal with politics at all, because whether you're left wing, right wing, chicken wing, what have you, doesn't matter what wing you support, they all work for the same boss. They all come from the same cloth. So the political thing is just long, because no matter what input you put in, your voice will never be heard. Because these people have already made their mind up, and they're already doing things behind the scenes, and they already have things figured out. So your views and inputs are just pointless and complete waste of time. And regardless of Chelsea Green's political views, that's nobody's business, you know. And Chelsea Green, hopefully she comes back. I know she'll be back on Twitter in no time. She's just taking a little break. She'll be back, you know, because if she was really serious about deactivating her Twitter account, it would have been deleted to the point where you won't see her on there ever again. But like I said, stop giving a fuck what people think about you, Chelsea. Do you, and screw them. Because social media is just too toxic, and it's just too fake. The world has become fake. Social media is fake. The internet is fake. We live in the world of AI. We live in a world filled with fake people. We live in a world filled with hate that gets praised more than love. Hate gets praised more than love. When you show too much love, you get hurt. When you show a lot of hate, you get liked. And that's how backwards this world has become. Because there's a huge shift. There's a massive shift that is happening already with people. People are not the same no more. People are acting strange. People who you thought they were your friends are acting strange around you. Some like it's come to the point where it's getting really hard to be even around anybody. That's why a lot of people stay to themselves. They roll solo. They don't be around a lot of people anymore because people have just gone weird. And life hasn't been the same since 2020. Life has gone down the drain in terms of how people operate in this world. You know? And it's made people become antisocial. It's made people become resentful, hateful. People are crashing out left, right, and center. And social media, that's where that's the devil's playground. Social media is the devil's playground because the devil knows how to manipulate people. The devil knows how to divide people. Because the devil hops on people like it's nothing. And then you're wondering, why is this person acting this way? It's not them. It's the devil inside them. Just remember that this is a spiritual warfare that we're in. It's definitely a spiritual warfare. And it's always the negative ones that make it harder for the real fans to interact with their favorite wrestlers or celebrities. Because all these celebrity figures, all that will come into mind is the hate and the negativity. Not the positivity or the real diehard fans. It's always the negative and fake fans, so-called fans, that will be on their mind. And when you try to message them, when you try to compliment them, they'll just give you the cold shoulder because they will mistake you for one of the negative ones because that's all they see and that's all they dwell on all day long. And it shouldn't be that way. But unfortunately, that's how they operate. So Chelsea, I wish you all the best. I know you're a strong person. I know you have a lot of resilience in you, but you shouldn't let these people run you off Twitter or any social media platform. You deserve to keep your social media active because these idiots, like, they're just fucking, they're a piece of shit. They're a piece of shit. They're shit beneath your shoe. That's how you should look at them. They're beneath you. They're not on your level. They don't do anything with their life. They ain't got no life. They're miserable fucks. You shouldn't allow these people to get to you. You're Chelsea fucking Green. You're in the WWE. You're doing well. You're happily married. You're doing your thing in the WWE. You're well liked by a lot of people. So you shouldn't let these assholes run you off Twitter because of some allegation of you supporting Maga. And whether you support Maga or not, or being a liberal or a Democrat, that's nobody's business. You know? It's nobody's business what you support or what you stand for. Because like I said, you don't owe anybody an explanation. You don't owe anybody anything. And if they don't like your point of views or what you believe in or what you support, they can fuck off. That's what you should say to them. All the haters can go left. While all your supporters go right with you. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, man. I mean, these female wrestlers specifically need to stop deactivating their social media accounts every time they come across a few fucking haters, because you have more fans than you do haters. Trust me, you have more fans than you have haters. Shouldn't let the haters get to you, because you're showing them that they have control over your emotions and feelings. And I know women are more sensitive than men when it comes to these things, so they take things more differently opposed to men. You know, because they are prone to these things. They are very prone to negativity and the way people judge them. Because when you judge a woman for the slightest things, they take offense to it very easily. You know. So yeah, this is the Retro Kid, Retro the Cat's Cat on the Real News Talk channel. I got nothing more to say. Until my next video, stay blessed. Keep it 100. I'm out. Peace.